Hello, 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 and welcome back. We are back in our hard mode penny pinching save game. And let's play again. We're now in. We've gone from 18 giggity to 1870. And we're just going to keep an eye. That 50 grand went away quick, didn't it? So we're just going to keep an eye on things. I'm in a bit of an uncomfortable position, so if my voice is not as loud as it usually is, I'm a bit further away. Because I have a dog on my lap who seems to be quite comfortable. So rather than just push him off, I thought I'd just leave it be for a bit. So why not? He'll make his own mind up when he's ready. We all know what dogs are like. Well, I think many of us here do. So he's got his body laying on my lap and his head is up on the desk. This is the posture when I had meetings when I was working, in which he would nudge the speakerphone and disconnect the call. Not on purpose, but bless his little heart. So hopefully everyone's having a lovely evening. Or start of the evening. Had a good Tuesday. It's pretty okay here. No particular complaints. Some fillings. Just keeping to try to keep things moving on each other. So I was having a look around earlier just to see other routes that we might set up. Like we might set up grain from there to start producing plastic, and then take the plastic back to Peoria. Might take oil from there to there, and then do some oil from some crude oil from there to there, and then oil from there to there, and plastic from there to Peoria, or some such. I'm going to try and see if we can build on some of what we've already got. Good afternoon, Steam. How are you? Let's go for our shouty outy button. I still didn't give a shout out to Mark earlier on, did I? No, to Virtual Farmer. So I'll do that shortly. Get so easily distracted. There we go. There's Steam. Have to have buttons. Buttons and buttons and buttons. So yes, so how are you doing? You're good. Just chilling on Train Sim World 5. Excellent. I'm shocked to hear you're playing that particular game, because it's so unlike you. Not liking trains at all, you know? You're very welcome for the shout out, my friend. Always a pleasure. 118 hours played now. Wow. Wow, that's how long has it been out? 2.5 hours? 3 hours? So I'll probably be similar when it gets to Farm Sim 25, to be fair. So about 3 weeks. Yeah, so that's still a significant amount of your time. But it's good. It's nice to enjoy things. It's nice to make the best of things. And why not? Let's get some more over here. Oh, that money went away so fast. So I'm taking things a little slow because like I said, I am in a slightly uncomfortable position for my knee. I have my one leg up under myself to support a dog that is currently on my lap. But he's quiet, he's happy, He's not making any fuss. So we're just going to go with it. We like quiet, happy, and not making fuss. So... So we are... I don't know why we're only on... Let's go on to double speed, at least. Try and get through some more time. Get some more money. I might actually, in these, come down to Elizabeth. I'm going to put up new depot here, and we're going to call it the museum depot. Are you going to get down now? There's a good boy. Well done. Good boy. Oh, my knees will be thankful. And what we're going to do is we're just going to start buying one of those. And we're going to call it Museum 1. The reason for that will clear as we go through, but there's an achievement that basically says every passenger vehicle between this date and that date. Let's go have a look at it. So there's the museum one. Museum line. Buy one line, build one line containing at least one of every passenger road vehicle that was available between 1850 and 2020.
All hands brace for impact.
It will cost us money, but whilst it's in the depot, it costs the minimum amount of money. So we're just going to run at a loss there. It's just another achievement that we can get without too much overhead. But we'll see. We're just going to... Normally I'd do that in a different game, but we try and maximise our bang for the buck with this save game, I think. Do-do-doodly-doo. So, it's all about the bang for the buck. Even if that might be frowned upon. Yes. So let's say we're not expanding to any new areas at the moment, so what else do we have along the way here? Potentially get fuel. Oh, we won't get fuel from there to Elizabeth. We could start bringing fuel from there to Elizabeth. But what are we going to bring over instead? How could we make that a bi-directional thing? Probably couldn't. Probably could. Okay, that's fine. It was a thought process. It's always a thought process. Go for Billings. Oh, look, we've got some new trains and things. A new road vehicle. No? Oh, it's the horse tram. I think that was the horse tram. So you can get a horse tram. We're not going to bother with a horse tram because reasons are raisins. So I think we're just going to keep going as we are. Just keep piling vehicles onto these profitable lines until we reach a particular saturation point. Just have a look at our look. Rather than looking at kind of the total, we look at the kind of income. So we can see the income's kind of gone down a bit, then up a bit. So let's see how we get in 1871. We are placing vehicles as they go out of date. It's automatically set up for most of them. It's not set up for this one. So we'll figure it. Turn it on. Not going to worry about it for the passenger line, but you can see the passenger line is now starting to turn a profit. Starting to get passenger demand. So we'll throw a few more road vehicles on. Well, not those kind. You do make a mistake like that, you can sell straight away and you get the full profit back, full money back. A few more passenger vehicles on. And the reason I do that is you can ignore passengers, but the passengers being transported does, I think, help to grow the cities as well. The cargo definitely is needed. As you can see, we've got increase in shopping facilities. Don't have a lot of jobs being increased. But if we look at population, can we take those off? No, we can't. You can see the population is gradually it's kind of increasing. But, not that that's our primary goal. Our primary goal is to be making money and to survive to the year 2000 and to not take out any additional loan. That's our primary goal. Some on there. Some here. Some more on Billings. Yeah, give me a ding, give me some more money. Just so I can buy the next one. Ding. There we go, thank you. Okay, food billings, thank you very much. So you can see the queue for food billings is starting to come down as we're starting to get that spacing about right. And then we can increase the demand over time. So we're now good. We were mediocre. We've stepped up to good. So starting to get there. Takes a lot to get excellent, but work on it. Now, obviously, for transporting a lot of goods across a long distance, we could be using trains. But the running costs are a lot more. And think the other thing is generally you have particular carts. So if we look at trains, can we look at trains? Without buying a depot, I don't think we can. But like, oh, there we go. American horse cart is available. So that could well be something that aids us. American horse cart that has a capacity of 5 in comparison to 4. Got a higher speed. So don't necessarily need to transfer over to it yet. If we're to build something new, we'd probably build with that one than not. Simply because. Bum, 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 bum. Thinking glasses. Oh, do that. So add it there. Add even more. Keep adding existing type. So if we mix and match, we'll just be increasing costs because they'll speed up, get behind one of these, and then just be slowed down and running at the same speed. So if you're going to replace vehicles, you want to do it for an entire line, not just for 1 or 2 on a line. It doesn't make sense. Do, do. Do, 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 do. So it's still just throwing more on each one of these ones. As we can see, we've now moved up to 148,000 income or profit on farm/food to Elizabeth. Billings is kind of getting there. Costs are still increasing because we're adding new vehicles to it. And we're maintaining about the same on the oil gas, the 100. But we have added a lot more vehicles on that. Now the passenger line's kind of gone down. That's okay. That's okay. We don't mind. We don't mind in the slightest. Because that's expected. So yes. Yep, to 4 times speed. We're producing all right, so it's producing 40, and we're supplying Hialeah with reasonable service for fuel. Not exactly everything we want it to be. There we go. found a shorter route rather than going here because they've joined those two roads up. So the town's expanding. Fine and dandy. Rainman! How's the Fever Transportation? The Fever of Transportation is doing well, thank you very much. How are you today? I hope you're well. Continuing to add vehicles onto our lines. And increase our profit margins, obviously. Because more goods transported means more money. More money means more vehicles to transport more goods, to make more money, to transport more goods, to make more money. Tired but doing okay. Well, that's not a terrible situation to be in. I mean, obviously, not being tired would be better, but doing okay is good. It's better than the alternative. Throw another bunch on this line. It's nice when there's just a little bit of a queue of things. A lot of rain going down. Seems to weight towards the livestock over the rain. That's fine. So we're looking at another upgrade. If we keep production high, we're going to go up to 400 limit on this. Should be good. Saying try to deliver more livestock. I think the biggest problem is trying to deliver more food. Supplying well for Elizabeth. Things is getting there. It's still in good state. That's okay. Warning, road vehicle 54 has reached its lifetime. Oh, that's on food billings. That will get replaced. It's okay. We don't need to take any action. It will be automatically replaced when it gets to its destination. Okay. Now I think we're gonna stop for a minute just adding vehicles because I want to get one of the things that's costing us money is our loan interest. So I want to get that paid down. And then we'll get back on the expansion as well. We're, I think we're now firmly in the grasp of replacing vehicles. We're going to get to a point where in 1905 we will be unable to get these type of vehicles again, so we'll have to upgrade. Won't have a choice. Try and see what we get when we get to that point, what we can do, because it'll be a question of selling off these old ones, getting some new ones, which will be faster, so there'll be a transition period. Now, what I've seen some folks do is just literally go in and send them all and sell them and then add new ones. Then you'd lose what's in transport already, and it takes a little time to build the confidence back up with your customers. So what I actually tend to do is I tend to basically, sometimes I pause and I'll go through and all the ones that are heading back to pick up, I will remove. I'll send to depot. And then the other ones, when they are at the destination, I'll eliminate those so that they're not coming back. And then I'll start feeding new vehicles onto the line until such time as I've replaced them all. Of course, these lines are particularly busy with vehicles, so that might not be practical. We've got 500,000. We're going to... Oh, we almost had... There we go. We're going to repay 500,000. Our loan is down to 200,000. So now we're just going to go back to throwing some new vehicles on again. Because we can. It's because we must. All the time there's a queue here of goods to transport. So yeah, now you can see we've got the updated road vehicle for passengers as well. One of those in a moment on our museum depot. Museum. That's just an investment. May have a look at a bit of train action as well, so we'll put a train down. There's a similar achievement for trains. Just a train built for 1900. So buy just gonna buy this one. Cheapy cheap. Good afternoon, Johnny Lion. How was my afternoon? My afternoon was good, thank you. I was looking for I have several tasks because I'm trying to kind of diversify my income, as it were, so I can make some money from doing different things. In the anticipation that I might not be able to get a job, so I got signed up for a video editing course, an After Effects course, and a 3D modeling course. Jolie would like to say mine was productive, but you'd be lying if you did. Well, mine actually was productive. Aside from swearing at the computer, I mean, seriously swearing at the computer. And kind of the reason for that being that computer was being incredibly uncooperative. Incredibly uncooperative because I seem to have this issue when I'm playing a video. So in this case, a video of a video editing course on one screen. The other screen sometimes blanks out and goes crazy, and it's just been absolutely driving me willicky. So I think we've gotten a level of stability now, but I'm not convinced. So we'll see. We'll see. So, the gondola. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But we want the passenger car. We can. Just waiting for some money. Yes. So I, other than that, I was relatively chill for the afternoon, just walking the dog, as usual. You get into a routine with these things. You have to. So. But of course, because the dog was on my lap just before we started, I am now pretty much out of juice. So what I'm going to do is I am going to... What should we do? Let's have a roof combine and see if in the space of a roof combine... Our Geordie Lion's getting battered by rain and wind. Yeah, it's been sunny here this afternoon, but we have been getting the occasional rain shower. Yeah, so in the space of a roof combine, I'm going to see if I can go and get a drink in the kitchen. So I'm going to play this, and I will be back ASAP.
Yeah, we put it up there.
It was her. It's all her.
Black spike?
Yep.
And allergies.
Yeah, it was a heck of a sneeze.
It would have to be. It would have to be a rocket fuel powered sneeze to get the thing up there.
So I didn't quite make it back before the end of that, but I wasn't far off. But why buy trains I'm not close to using? Very good point, Trainman. So the reason I'm buying trains that I'm not going to use until the year 2000, believe it or not. And the reason for that is that there's an achievement. We are achievement hunting. Oh, money went down. The money went down. Dang it! We were there at 276,000. So there is an achievement, and it's keep a train built before 1900, running until the year 2000. So the reason I'm buying it now is because I will forget. And then it won't happen. And then I'll have to do another different save game just for that purpose. So, and as I said earlier on, when we're doing these road vehicles, they do cost money. They do run, so we run at a loss, but it's a small amount because they're not actually running actively, because they're just in the depot. So it's not a significant worry. It's a bit of an investment, but yes, achievements do make you do strange things. But fair question, Trainman. I'd kind of explained it for the museum line, but I hadn't explained it for the trains. So if we go down here, yeah, this is the one. I just said that keep a train built before 1900, running until the year of 2000. Now, you read that and you think, okay, I've got to run it now, but you don't actually have to. If you get to the year 2000 and you just run the train out on a track, at least that's how it worked in Train Fever. But if you set it up and get it running, it will give you that achievement. So there we go. So we now have the most minimal form of train at the lowest cost we could get for this time of the game. And we're just going to leave it and ignore it. Because that's just the kind of people that we are. So buy some more on here. Buy some more on our oil line. Buy some more on the Billings line. Billings line is looking a lot healthier, really. Still need some more. I'm just going to spam it if we can with another 5. Yep, we can. We're doing it. That'll just start to shift some of this food. Of course, the more food that shifts down there, the more demand, the more production, the more demand for the farm to produce more, to send down. It's all wheels within wheels, just to kind of make even more money. How did that go, Badup? Should be on streamer mode. We shouldn't get Badups. Shouldn't get Badups. Does it come from my phone? No. I didn't know how that happened. Oh well, never mind. Sounded like a Discord Badup. That's okay. So yes, that's what we are doing. So some of the other achievements as we go through, we might be able to build a train line with at least 10 trains in motion. Not sure about Serval Industries. That might be kind of much, much later on. One of the cities could well build up to a higher level. Unlikely to get the cargo train, but passengers on a train we could reach. And then there's some newer ones, kind of 80% passenger line usage in a town, 60% coverage for every industrial good, 60% coverage for every commercial good. We'll look at those potentially. This is where we're trying to aim for. Don't go bankrupt and reach the year 2000 in hard mode. And obviously doing that with the penny pincher, which is do that, but also don't take an extra loan. And there's things like this high speed things. Again, they come on a lot later. Yeah, we're just trying to get as many of the achievements as possible because I really just want to finish out my time on the game. I enjoy the game, but I really, as I've kind of said, I'm not a completionist, but I'm a completionist. So I want to put these to bed and kind of finish and get the achievements because that's, yeah. In an open world game, that's how you know you're finished. And you can do almost anything. So there we are. So we now are up to 200. We're going to repay the last of the loan. Loan's gone. Excellent. So now
All
our
hands
money
brace for impact.
is absolutely our own to do with as we please. There's no bank going to be coming chasing after us. So we might start to look to create some new lines as we go forward. So, good is that? Oh, that's just an intermediate good. It's not an end product. So I need to go here to create tools, which would then be a commercial product. Okay. Excellent. So we can start to think about those things. We could, theoretically, try to start getting the grain crop heading over to here to produce plastic and bring it back to Irvine. Wonder how much a bridge across the river would cost us. What do you reckon? Need to go about here. Bridge across the river. Not as expensive as I had thought. We can go up to 100,000, but we don't really need to. So 70,000. We can't do that version. Yeah, so 70,000. That's not awful. There are far worse things in the world. We could do it with a new station up here, so we don't have to impact the line down there. So it costs us 70,000 to get across there. We can go through that little section of town, take it out to there. Two grain makes a plastic. That obviously the bar there is an ore, so it's oil ore 2 grain makes plastic. And then we could be dropping plastic off back in Irvine. We could also then potentially be dropping it back here and... Ooh. No. Yeah, that's why we don't want to do that. Because then if we did it from the same depot, we could be bringing plastic back here to take down to Elizabeth. And causing us not to be able to... take the grain and livestock from there. Okay. So we are going to go with separate thing. Let's start to work on this. We want a cargo depot. No, I pressed the wrong button. I do that. I press B to go, and it goes to the bulldozer. When what I actually want... No, I'm trying to press N and M, and I'm pressing B and N. Very, very, very silly, I realise, but there we go. So let's do that there. So that's the difference. 209,000, 9,500. There we go. And because that's still highlighted, even though it's not as white, a light white as that, it's still good. So now let's go up there. Do do doodly do. $80,000. Let's see if we can. There we go. That's 60,000. So now we can hopefully zip across here. I'm going to put the contour lines on, just so we can try and avoid major contours being an issue. Again, as we're going up, we're going to do short little bursts because they are more successful, less cost. I'm going to, at the moment, I'm going to avoid and go behind this one because I'm not wanting to link to it right now. I'll go here. No, that's too much. Don't want to spend that much. So that was, when we see that was 22 grand, we've gone the same space in like 6,000. Sometimes it just, yeah, sometimes it's just a pain in the butt. Okay, so now us, another depot here. Okay, another depot there, and then in the town, want to be close to the industrial area. No, we don't. We want to be close. Oh no! No! I've done something wrong. The plastic has to go to another place. Where does the plastic have to go to? We can't deliver plastic to the peoples. It has to be. It's an intermediate product. Okay. Okay. This I am okay with. There's the plastic. Yeah. Done into things. Okay, so over here we get the plastic turned into... Plastic and wood turned into goods. It's not what we necessarily want. Made a mistake there, I think. Here the plastic gets turned into machines or tools. Go. Okay. We might have done that for not a great reason. Let's see what we can do now. Let's salvage it. Always something you can do. So that's probably the closest for good distance away. So we can come up through Tallahassee to here. We're also going to need to have some wood. So we could. That's kind of close. Got wood from there to there. Because for goods, it's gonna. Yeah, wood and plastic or wood and steel. So yeah, so let's go. Yeah, so we take wood from there to there, or logs from there to there, wood from there to there, maybe there to there. It's a slightly bigger distance. Bring the plastic up to there. Take the goods. Yeah, it's all going to be one way. It's not going to be. We're not going to get any multiple directionality out of it. So I might hold a minute. The whole beauty of what I was planning to do over here was if the plastic could come back to Irvine, was just take the plastic back to Irvine. But it won't. Dang it. It was a beautiful idea whilst it lasted. It really was. So let's get some more road vehicles here. Right, about 10 on. Very similar down here as well. Bunches of money now. Similar for our here. There we go. See how that goes. Should push things forward quite a bit, hopefully. Still need to figure out what we're going to do. And I still like that idea. Again, going to need a lot of single directional lines to do that. Let me ponder. So if we were to come down, we could come there, and we need steel and plastic to make machines which are industrial. Then we've got to start setting up steel. Okay, let's stick with what we've got for now. It's functional, it's working, and we're still able to add more vehicles to it. Even add more vehicles to our passenger line, which also appears to be it's not making huge profit, but it's not making a huge loss either. So starting to get people used to traveling. As you can see, the oil line is coming up for really making a huge amount of money. So we're going to invest again in that. Another 10 vehicles. Not bad. take oil from there to there, but it's not a big distance. And if we're bringing the thing, the plastic back, then take the plastic there over to there, and we're still with the same fun with the wood. Don't have anything this particular side of the map for wood. Got logs. Oh well. In time, we shall expand. We'll kind of get across most of the map in time, I would imagine. So, let's have a look and see if we can. So we've got the contour lines there. Can we make things a little bit more efficient and bypass a little bit of Peoria? Wonder. Let's do. So just going to try and skirt this around and just avoid that larger ridge there. This is again where we can start spending some of our money and investing in these bigger bypasses now. So we've not got the loan, we've got the capital behind us. Now let's have a look at where that line goes. So that line does use our bypass now, which beautifully bypasses the centre of Peoria, which we don't need to go through. So that's going to cut down on the routing quite a bit, I would hope. So we'll see how that shakes out. So you can see some of the vehicles are turned around and say, oh, we're going to come back this way. These ones are the ones that are just going to carry on, go the old route for now. That'll now hopefully just kind of get itself sorted a little bit more. See, we're still going through this road, but it's a lot quieter than the main street. That'll become more relevant when we get cars on the road, which we don't have yet. Might do is just see if I can just update that. Let's just do that bit there. Okay, so that's all of the roads there, just upgraded to 2-lane highways, just to try and future-proof us a little bit. Can't go that speed yet, but having a road that's capable of it would be a good idea. At least in that point. Okay, so now let's get... We've got 1 million. We've got 1 million in the bank. Not for long. So I decided to get a queue of fuel there now. Interesting. So he is going for this. So we're delivering well on fuel. Don't have any passenger service for that town yet. That's fine. Rather than going up here, so we're bypassing, going not all of that distance, go that distance. There's much we can do down on this one, but throw some more vehicles on it. Billings line. Billings line doesn't look too happy. Wonder if it's diminishing returns. We're getting a lot of good money. We're getting 10,000 each time we come down, but we're also having to replace vehicles as well. That's probably why it's upset at the moment. So, but that's okay. Keep an eye on it. We're making enough profits elsewhere that we don't need to be too concerned as long as it's not making a huge loss. 2,000, I think a lot of that is... We go. Costs. So we're making a lot of money. It's now that we're starting to replace vehicles again, I think. We can get that replaced at some point with vehicles that are running faster. I'm holding out at the moment. Holding out for a hero. Now I'm holding out for a vehicle that's going to be even better than what we've got. Hello, Farmer Kurt. How are you today? Another 20 onto our oil line. That'll upset the apple cart just a bit. So yeah, so Farmer Kurt, how are you today? Very well. You're alive. Okay, well that's... I hear that from a bunch of different people. So... I take that as a good thing. It's kind of... My dad used to say, still above ground. So... Which was, yeah. Interesting when you consider one of the games, the demo games that I was playing earlier on today was Mr. Prepper Prologue, where you're deliberately building a bunker underneath your house because you kind of don't want the government to know you've got it there. Quite like that game, actually. So it's on. I think the game is actually on my wish list, so it will be one that I look at some point. Maybe try and get streaming, but not yet for a while. Excellent. So we've got flood more of vehicles going on that line. So what's the round trip time frequency on that now? 23 seconds. That's good. Have I dread to think how many vehicles we've got on that line. How many vehicles we've got total is the question. So, excluding our museum vehicles and our train, we've got almost 300 road vehicles now. So, are certainly growing our empire. Another 10 on the farm food line. So hopefully you're staying, I didn't say this earlier, but hopefully you're staying safe with all the rain and wind battering, Geordie. Yeah, I remember that either last year or a year before I actually kind of took my television antenna down in the high winds, scraping along the side wall of my house overnight. I couldn't do anything about it because I couldn't get out there safely to get it down. So within a few days I actually was able to get it down, so it wasn't disturbing me. But yes, the joys of having homes and high winds and things. What was I doing? Oh yes, there was a notification of things. Old vehicles. Let's look at old vehicles. So what we got? Oh, the passenger line ones are getting old. Oil and gas are getting old. Do we not have a replacement set for this? Yes, we do. So those will replace automatically. Food billings, we already have replacement set, so that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on the ones on the Elizabeth Salt, but the Elizabeth Salt Lake line. Is this one? Yes, that is one. So what to do now is take it down to single speed. Going to build a depot. We need a depot. Give me a depot, please. Okay, we have a depot. So we're going to upgrade these. So I'm going to put the stagecoaches on instead, because they can take one extra passenger. Put that onto Elizabeth Line. This one's going to come in. This one's here. And wait for that to come in, and we're going to try and be very quick. When it disembarks the passengers, send it to the depot and sell it. This is kind of the methodology I use when I'm trying to change over to a different class of vehicle. Particularly for passengers, because passengers obviously it loads and reloads very quickly. Not so much when it's cargo. You can be a little bit differently organised for that. But there we go. So give us a ching, give us a ka-ching. No, it's going past and then it's going to turn around at the end of the road and then come back. Come on, give us a ka-ching. We need the ka-ching, we need the ka-ching. There we go. So we'll send it straight to the depot, where it will be sold. That's one gone. Is this one won? It is. Let's do that again. Same routine. So we know we're kind of running at a loss on this line, so it doesn't really matter too much. The running costs between the two are quite comparable, but you get an extra passenger in this one, and you get an extra 2 miles an hour. So this line doesn't really interfere with any of our other stuff, so that's fine. Stand by for our ka-ching moment. And this is I think this is one of the things where I get sucked down into the detail, and then some of the other stuff doesn't happen. But the years go by. But it's okay.
All hands brace for impact.
There we go. So that's another one gone. It's another one. Now what we could do is just straight up put them onto the replacement vehicle. So that. And that on. Which, yeah, that's okay. We can do that. Do is we'll replace the other two that are not not that old. That one will get replaced automatic. That one won't, so we're going to replace that one now. Vehicle will be replaced. Yes. So that one's not old enough. That one is old enough. That one is not old enough, so we'll do a replacement now. That one. That one's just been replaced, yeah. That one's not old enough, so that's not old enough, so we do that. Did I do that? Yeah. Okay. This one is not old enough, so that should replace all of them. That's good. Excellent. Now, obviously, if you wanted to do that much more en masse, you could do it a lot more easily by just doing it at the line level and just doing a replace now for everything. So don't always do that. Okay. Doing here. Let's get some more vehicles. Not even count them this time. I'm just going to do a bunch. Throw them on oil and gas. Oil, fuel. Let's rename that. There we go. Oil, fuel. Now it's correct. I'm not fussed by details at all. Trying to ship more crude oil. Yes, we are. Just invested even more to more vehicles. So we could try to start shipping it from there down to here as well. Then Hialeah is the only place to kind of take it to on the way. Yes. Maybe not for the minute. Still more opportunities to expand in the future. How's Billings doing? Billings is back to making a profit again. Good, good, good. See, all of these ones are scheduled for replacement. That one. No, it will be, because it's old. Cool. Excellent. So definitely getting fuel. Moving back. Sort of getting it back up there. That's interesting. We were still making a good amount of money on these previously. So yeah, 11,000, that's what we were making before. Wait for our queue to undo itself. Really are just waiting now for more advanced vehicles with greater speeds to come along, greater capacities. Right, do upgrades on the goods lines. That's what I'm trying to say. So, is there a road? No, there isn't a road that comes down. There is a road that comes down there. So if we kind of brought oil down to here, what would we do? Take fuel to some. Would we take oil? We could take the oil back to there. We'd do it via there. Have the oil going back to that, rather than taking fuel to Hialeah, or Hialeah. Then we could take the plastic. Take it down to there. Then we need ding dang flung flang flunkers. We need steel. Also known as ding flang flung flang flunkers. Just in case that wasn't clear. No, it's a crazy world. Let's see, so take that down, plastic down to there theoretically. So there's already a road in place, so that's fine. So plastic from there down to there. What do we then do? Plastic. To get steel. Steal from. Don't say steal it. So A it's wrong, and B it's a word pun which I love, but it's wrong. Naughty. So we've got steel there. Could theoretic. So we've got that good supply there. could also supply plastic down from there as well. Looking at a lot more complicated setup there. Trainman's heading out. Have fun. Yes, take care, Trainman. Thank you very much for stopping by. Always appreciate it. Sorry if I've missed that message for a few minutes. Somehow I didn't see it when it popped in. So yeah, still not sure what to do up here. Let's wait till we've got some better vehicles, perhaps. Then we can do more with less. Do food. Food. Took animals from there over to there and brought it back to Salt Lake City. That wouldn't be horrendous. That should be profitable. We do want to build a bridge across the road because we don't want them to be travelling together. We don't want them to be interrupting each other. So can we build a bridge over this road here? Can't get it so that will happen. Let's see. Experimentation time. There we go. So we can do that. Like so. So we now have a bridge over, so we don't have to interrupt our road to get out to there. Excellent. Well, interrupt our existing flow. That's the idea. So let's go. So yeah, we are going to try and do this. Oh, let's put our contour lines on. There we go. So that's now linked in with there, which will go up to the food factory. Then want to... Ooh, yeah, this is going to be fun. So this one... So we need to do it without destroying any fields, because that will cost us a huge amount of money. Up to there. Don't mind if we cross over this one for the minute. Don't have anything active going on there. Nope. See, if we just to do that, you'd end up with something like 180,000, like that. Whereas we do this, we end up with much smaller little sections. And cost us anywhere near as much money. So let's just come over this side as well, and we're going to build a bridge across the river. Why do we have a collision? We just want a road. Is it because we're too close that side? Let's have a look. Let's build that. Definitely. Really? You're gonna hate me for this? It says now I want to get back into TF2. Well, yeah. TF2's good as well. So I have to go sequentially, so I'm trying to get this done. Let's see if we can build the road a little bit further down. Let's go there. Let's try the opposite direction. Okay, so we can do that. 71,000, I'm okay with that. So let's connect that road up. Now let's get these roads up. There we go. You think you have this one too? Yeah, possibly. I have both. I just have not done anything with this for a while. So now let's start to build our stations. For those of us that had a love affair with Transport Tycoon back in the day, it's really is very, very fun. So, yeah. Here, this one. There we go, perfect. And then we want to have a drop off in Salt Lake City. So we're going to have a look. What is it we're dropping off? We're dropping off food, so we want to be in this area of the town. So that's not going to do enough. We want to have a different Station. Should we actually do a station? Yes, let's do a truck station in here. Like so. We'll do is we'll link road wise we're gonna link up to here. Now contours back on. Off this direction. This direction as well. In the hopes that we can avoid the town. Like so, because then that can go back up to the farm. Excellent. So what we're looking for is... Oh, we need to do this road as well. So I'm trying to keep it separate to the passenger traffic, see? That's why we're building a whole new road. Yeah, love transport target. Yeah, well, I think many of us did. It was a very fun game. Simple graphics, but it's great. Okay, we're going to head back up and we're going to link back up to our road up here. And make this one work. Okay, so now our line is going to go. It's a new line. Call it farm food Salt Lake. Okay, so we're going to start here. We're going to go over here. And then we are going to come back via there. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want it to go that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a waypoint. That's what we're going to have to do. Put waypoint there. Like so. And we're going to specify that it has to go via there. But it's the wrong way, so we're going to have to put it on the other side as well. Just add it again. There we go. Perfect. Get rid of that waypoint now. Don't need that one in that direction. So now our line does what we wanted it to do by design. Just to use our different roads. And there we go. Excellent. So now we can start hopefully feeding some vehicles onto it. So now let's start with these newer ones. So we don't need to select anything. So we're going to buy 10 of those, I think. Set them on the new line. assuming the towns grow as time goes by. They do indeed, Josh. So that's a fantastic question. Kurt says, a whole new world with new fantastic vehicles coming. Yes. So if we look at Elizabeth, so Elizabeth already starts to look bigger than I think it did when we started. We've got a population of 214. If we look at the charts, you can see over time, so we were less than 200 when we started back in 1850. We're now in 1890 and we're at 240. So it is growing. It's slow. It's not kind of all at once, but it is growing. And the key factors on that is how much population you're transporting, and also the shopping and industrial. So ideally we want to get some industrial stuff coming in here at some point so that we can really start to expand the town, hopefully. But yeah, that's a very good question. We like good questions. So we are now looking for this. So I'm just going to keep looking at these ones and turning them back when they haven't got anything on. As you can already see, we're already starting to ramp up production. I probably ought to have set on the line. Probably ought to have set that to full load. That one doesn't need to be a load. That one is an unload. So that's probably better. So to turn that one around as well. So now they should only be coming out if they're fully laden. That's me not quite getting the attention there at the start. See, we're starting. This was producing nothing, and now we're starting to produce things. If we look at our one up here, this one, we started off producing 100, and we've managed to ramp it up over time. So both the towns and the industries grow with how much you transport, how much you provide to the towns, etc. Which is great. So that's excellent. So we've got our first vehicles heading on over. So they should make a nice bit of money. That's a fairly good distance, as it is here. Not quite as far. Then we're taking it back to Salt Lake City. So we've got passengers between Salt Lake City and Elizabeth. We'll now be supplying Salt Lake City with some food as well. Now, of course, the easy route would be to take the food and grain from there to there, and then the food from there to there. But of course, there's a multiplier factor for the distance you travel. So we're going to make more money. You'd possibly make money doing that, but not a lot. You're talking maybe tens of thousands, whereas you might be talking hundreds of thousands doing it the way we've set it up. So at least that's the theory anyway. So yeah, that's what we're up to. We have got just under a half an hour left of the stream. So we're going to try and... We're already at 1890, so we did about 20 years yesterday. We're obviously going to do more than that today. For those that have... didn't see yesterday, this is the new game, so we're doing the achievement hunting. This is going to be the new game for Mondays and Tuesdays. Stardew Valley retaining its Thursday, Friday slot. I've started doing some daytime streams, so the Global Farmer streams that I was doing the end of last week are now kind of going UK daytime in the mornings, about 9:30. Not tomorrow, because Wednesdays is non-stream day. But both Thursday and Friday I'm planning to do that as well. Really enjoying the game, actually. It's getting... I think some people are having some problems with it. It's getting some negative reviews on Steam. But my experience has certainly been positive. So yeah.
All hands brace for impact.
Do, 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 do. Let's get some more. Throw another 10 on there. These are the ever so slightly faster ones, which is why we've got our little bridge over the road here. Because why would we not? Plus it gives them a little bit of shade, poor horses, in all that heat. That's not the reason we got it. So, yep. Excellent. So we're building up a new line. Based on food again. So we've very subtly changed it so that it comes not down through the town of Elizabeth. Comes back down our created roads here. So we can avoid avoid town traffic, B, avoid the slower moving passenger vehicles from interacting with our goods vehicles. So yeah. Lots and lots of wheels within wheels, plans within plans. Keep an eye on our first one, because that's the one that's going to get to the food factory first. So we're already at our crossroads. Why do I still hear Badooks? Discord, you should be in streamer mode and not Badooping me. How are you Badooping? Have a streamer mode. I'm not already in stream. You know what? There's a simple answer to that. And that is... Where did it go? It's to quit. Quit Discord. It'll stop Badooping that way. I don't like it when it badoops. So now it badoops on my phone. Shut up. Stupid. It's annoying. I don't like the badoops. They annoy me. Not the sound, but it's just the interruption. Here we go. Up onto our bridge over not very troubled roads. They're finding it tough getting up over on the bridge. Slowing down. Go, little horses! Go, little horses! Horsey, go, go! Horsey, go, go. Up onto our experimental bridge. Well, I don't know, is it not necessarily experimental, but perhaps it's a bit higher than it needed to be. Certainly that's maintaining a separation of the traffic, because what would happen is if we had the crossroads like we have here, the traffic, they'd stop in each direction and just filter one at a time, whereas this just means that we maintain the flow for both without that being the case. So that's why I did it. Very sound logic. Whether or not people want to believe me, there's very sound logic. So. So yeah, now we've got... now we're getting back up to speed again. Wait, you used logic? I know, Josh. It's a terrible, 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 terrible thing. It's a crime punishable by multiple years of imprisonment. But yes, I did in fact use logic to try and make it so that I didn't make my game worse. I like I didn't do when I did the farm foods down to here and then a separate line up to Elizabeth instead of just combining it into one line. So that was not very logical of me in the first stream, but so we're compensating it this time by doing things a little bit more sensibly, just a little bit. So I just think I possibly built the thing too high, but there we go. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so we need some more. We need some more. Let's whack some more on there. There we go. Have yet to see any profits, and well, any income. So we're still waiting for the first ones to get up there. Again, we should see something similar to what we've got with the farm to here to Elizabeth. But I think we might hopefully see even more profit coming down to Salt Lake. So it's a bigger distance to take the food. Fingers crossed. And then it's just a short run back up to the farm. Okay. Yeah, so we're trying to balance expanding and waiting. So there we go. So we've not got too much waiting there now, so that's good. We've got a lot stored, so we need to ship more crude oil. So let's throw some more on here. Should we take ourselves up to vehicle 380? Logic, the blasphemy, says Kurt. Indeed, indeed. I realise this, but I shall blaspheme unapologetically with my use of logic. Whilst we continue to try and make oodles and boodles and scoodles and woodles of money. Really? Come on, guys. I'm just going to block you because I can block you. Because I'm just going to be that guy. Or that horse. for that driver. Good evening, Quizzy! Hello, and how are you? As you can see, we're back with our lovely stuff. So we've added even more vehicles to our oil line. We actually did build our bypass. So we built our bypass up through this little bit of hill here and out the outskirts of town. So we're not going through Peoria and up round here. We've built a new line just recently. So we've got a new line from this farm up to this food factory and coming back down to deliver food to Salt Lake City. So yeah. And we put, in order to avoid a conflict between the two lines, we've actually built a bridge over this road here. So we're doing stuff. We've also bought a train, a mysterious train. We're going to actually we call it antique, because that's for the antique achievement. So we need a train that's built before 1900, and we need to set it going in the year 2000, and then we get an achievement. We've also got a museum depot here. We've got road vehicles, gathering dust. Because we need one of each type of road vehicle between 1850 and 2020, and we need to put them on a line later on, and then we get an achievement for that too. Yeah, a bit of congestion. There's not actually, there would be congestion in the town, but there isn't at the moment. And we would get here if this was a crossroads. We would get congestion, but so we're avoiding it by use of a bridge. It looks busier than it actually is, I think, because we can see there's some spacing out of things. But as you zoom out, it looks really super busy. We've got some congestion here where I've just added another, however many I added onto it. And of course now we've taken all the fuel. I'm trying to get this to ramp up again. Because they've got so much stored, I want to get that stored down. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. This one's 96. What we could probably do to help that is we could try and take either oil or fuel somewhere else. So I'm thinking we're going to... yeah, we still got the same problem because we can't deliver the plastic to anywhere. We'll look at that. Say nay to horse blocking, indeed. Say cluck cluck to a different kind of blocking. So, there we go. That's my response to that one, Kurt. Okay, so now let's see what we're going to get here. Money, money, money. 13,000, nearly 14,000, yes. So we're going to turn that one around. Because now there's going to be some food to come out as well. Yeah. And that one might get some food on it as well. Should be waiting for a full load. I definitely didn't tell it to. Yeah, no, it's just load what's available. So off it goes. So now the next one comes in, delivers food, or delivers ingredients, picks up food, and will eventually go. Oh. My legs, my knees, my legs, my everything. So that's now going to pick up just one food. It just means it's a bit more profitable than going empty. So we're starting to get there. Obviously, they're going to start to increase production, which is good. Still got... Yeah, let's get some more on that line. Set another 10 going on there. So got them starting to come back now. And they come back, they drop down to here, drop off the food, make some more money, head up here empty, just to get the livestock and the grain. Not quite as elegant as the one here, but it'll do. See what's the population of Elizabeth now. We're up to 251, so we've gone in the space of the last however many minutes. It's been, when did Josh ask that question? About half hour ago, I suppose. So yes, so we're working well. Things are occurring. Which is what we want. So I definitely think we need to have something happening here. Some more goods coming out of this to increase production, which will increase demand for the oil, which will then stop that being such a pinch point. So we need demand for plastic. Demand for plastic is challenged. Okay, we'll have to do that. It says, what the clerk? Indeed. Say, to other block. So yes, I think that's going to have to be next stream, that will focus on trying to get more output from here, get the oil, the refined oil up to here, get the plastic up to here, and then we'll have to get either some steel or some wood, some planks across there. I'm thinking planks will come from there down, logs will come from there down. There's a lot of things needed to kind of move that forward. Then we'll be taking, yeah, I suppose we could be taking, if we're coming to here, we could bring the goods back to Tallahassee. So that could be a two-way. The other ones wouldn't necessarily. Except, of course, we could then be taking goods into Eugene when we take the planks down. So we're taking goods back to Eugene, so we could be supplying two towns. Yeah, that could work. That makes a bit more sense. So yes, so that'll be the plan probably for next time, which will be Monday. Be back to Stardew Valley for our evening streams, Thursday, Friday. I haven't played it for a little bit, and really do need to move that story forward and want to try and get it closed out. Like I'm doing here, I want to try and close the achievements out. I've done them. I haven't done them on stream. So I'm going to do that. Keep that story going. So, yes. Why are we only on single speed time? I think possibly because I was building things. We are up to 400 vehicles. Okay. Just commissioned our 400th vehicle. That's not counting the museum vehicles. So. It's all such glorious fun. You wouldn't believe it even if I told you. So these are still getting a little bit caught up there. That's fine though. Still, we will address that next time. There's going to be a whole bunch of road building, line making, adding vehicles. It'll be massively complex. A lot of fun too. So actually, yeah, no, that's fine. That's the better solution. It's definitely a better solution. Okay. I won't remember it. Well, hopefully I will, but it's unlikely. But there we go. Yeah, so that's progress. We're now up to 1891, so we're going to kind of take a pause probably the end of this year. Just to see how we're doing. We've no longer got our loan, so we've paid the loan off. We're getting income in the region of $1.6 million a year. Because why not? Got our first vehicle coming down this road now. Sell the food. So then we'll start to have vehicles flowing back in. We won't need to keep purchasing as many new ones. Obviously, hopefully this is going to upgrade and then it's going to start producing even more animals and things. This is not ready to upgrade yet, but as we bring more food away, you can see we're starting to get full loads of food coming out. That's going to be even better. Excellent. A happy little empire. Well, for now. So, yeah. So I'll speed on to the end of the year. I don't know why, but I like to enjoying ending it when it's towards the end of the year. For no particular reason whatsoever. Now 410 vehicles. So we've got it's our new line, which is farm. You can see we're making a profit. It's going to start to turn as we get the ones coming back. Really? I've put the wrong kind on there. Dang it. That's annoying. So what we're going to do with that, we're going to correct that. So we are going to replace it with those. Put replace now onto that one. That will get replaced when it gets to its destination. I'm going to do the same with these ones. Because I derped. So now. Yep. So what that means is the ones that are going slow and have the lower capacity will get swapped out for the ones that are the same kind. Otherwise, they're going to cause this bunching because they're not going as fast. So you can see we've got a whole bunch of them here. The reason we've got that is because we've got one slow one at the front. So we just turn him around, turn him back around, and then when they get up there, it'll get replaced. Oh, that's frustrating. That's very silly of me. But there we go. Are we surprised? Is anyone shocked and appalled by such things? I think you are not. I think you're laughing at me. And I think you'd be right to do that. So no. I'm fairly sure Kurt's laughing at me. I'd be very disappointed if he weren't. So there we go. So now we've got the kind of flow starting to kind of come together. Excellent. 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 A few more road vehicles. Two. Buckle my shoe. 3, 4. There's a pig on the floor. Oh, there's an electric collie. So we're getting those ones. Excellent. And as you can see, we've got that bunching caused by our incorrect vehicles. Did I buy the right ones this time? I did, Josh. I did. I very much checked that, but we'll double check it again just to be on the safe side. So look there now. Where are we? So if you look there now, yeah, there's that one still to be replaced, but they are all the right type now. But that's a very good point. Very good point. So, but still, what would it wouldn't be a fad stream if something didn't go wrong and I made a mistake. So I was talking on the stream earlier about Global Farmer, and one of the guys had streamed it and had gotten lost in some of the mechanics of it and not got it right. And but that's part of it as well. People need to see that, and the developers need to see that, because not so much for this game because it's old, but for a new game, the developers need to see when you get it wrong, because it might be that some of the game mechanics aren't as obvious as they think they are from developing it. So there we go. Oh, we've already gone into the next year. We're going to pause on June the 25th, 1893, because time is just slipping away. We're making money hand over fist, like you wouldn't believe. 1.6 million a year is our income, which is good. That's what we want. So we're going to kind of keep it there. I'm going to hit the save button, and we're going to just add a 1 onto that so we keep our progress, and we can always go back if we need to. So let's go to our outro screen. And I'm just going to pause this adverts. Second. Again. Oh, no, we were still a minute away. So I'm just going to say thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for the guys on YouTube. Thank you for everyone on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, stick around. We're going to try and find a rage target.
What I've done, but that's just
I'm not seeing one at the moment. I'm going to say thank you, everybody, for watching. Way to call you out. Well, yes, indeed. Quizzy says, ka-ching, take care all. Have a lovely rest of your day, evening, wherever you are. And I will be back on Thursday with more streaming. So, look after yourselves. Thank you very much again, and goodbye for now. Thanks again to everyone that's kept me company in chat. So, Josh, Quizzy, Kurt, Steam. Yeah, thank you all for... And Trayman. Can't forget Trayman. And Geordie Lion. So, yeah, thank you all for the company. Always appreciated. Take care. Have a lovely rest of your day, evening. And I'll be back on Thursday. Bye for now. It's obviously my next...